Hello everyone and welcome back to Flamez Plays, and today we are playing Desert of Vice. It's a mobile game actually, which explains why you're not seeing my happy little face in the top left hand corner. But it's a mobile game I found, and I'll include a link down to the App Store and the Play Store where you can find it yourself. But it's an old-fashioned typey game. So we're going to type in play and actually start a new game. I did fire the game up for a moment. Just make sure everything's okay. There you go. Man stands in line in a desert. Are you that man? Oh, that makes you the man behind him. The desert is hot and tiring. Where are you? What are you standing in line for? What are we standing in line for? We are standing in line for memes. You don't want to do that. What are you standing in line for? Maybe you should ask a man nearby. Standing in line for food. Nope, that's not what it is either. What are we standing in line for? Oh, ask a man nearby. Ask a man nearby about the purpose of this line. He squints, grins, and grunts. He disregards your question as mockery and turns around. Will you continue waiting in line? I guess we will. It's probably the line for the new Star Wars movie. You stand in the line and linger longer. Eventually, you see the line end at the edge of a cliff. People in the end are falling into abyss, but no one bats an eye. Will you still stay in line? Sure. You're not quite tense and do not make sense. Pull yourself together. There's a little time left. You still stay in line? No. You look around. You step out of the line. For a moment, you catch everyone's attention. Then the novelty wears off. Can we just leave? The sun will likely rise in a couple of hours. Maybe you should go ahead. Yeah, this is the annoying part about text-based games like this, is that you need to be very specific about what you say. Take a deep breath, raise your head, and take off into the desert. You come across a lonely cactus. Oh, we're there now. It doesn't need to be lonely anymore. There seems to be a building on the left and a road on the right. Let's go right. You go towards the road. You reach a desolate highway. Walk highway. No traffic, but perhaps you might hitch a car if you wait long enough. Okay. Can we hitchhike? You wait. You raise your right thumb. A moment later, a car drives up from the distance. It stops behind you. A woman urges you to jump on board. But go in. Oh, okay. Get in car then. So this is basically how we used to play games. You open the door and get into the car. It takes off for the horizon. You two drive in silence. Ask woman. She is probably too specific. You try to break the silence. She cuts you off by saying she knew you would be there, waiting for her. She keeps her eyes on the road. Oh, I can't type anything right now. You see a small town in the distance. Soon, you are greeted by a sign. Welcome to Prague, Oklahoma. Population 512. That's a nice integer. The woman drops you off at a motel. She sees that you are tired. Meet me at the bar tonight, she says. She drives away. Okay, can we in the motel? Okay. As you enter the motel, a doorbell rings, but the lobby clerk doesn't bother to respond. Bell. Do they have bells there? As soon as the clerk takes a glance at you, he gasps, picks up the phone, and makes a call. As if by chance, a moment later, the town sheriff arrives. He must have been nearby. He then insists that you go with him. Well, we'll go with him. You open your mouth, but the sheriff interrupts. Oh, I misspelled sheriff wrong. You're not under arrest. He then proceeds to shove you into his car. Am I being detained? You drive to the police station of a nearby town. I know it's going to sound crazy, but we found you here last week. Your body. You were murdered, the sheriff says. Upbeat music for finding out that we're a zombie. Sheriff takes you to the morgue. As he opens the freezer, he seems amazed at it being empty. Your body was here just yesterday, he says. The sheriff takes you back to the motel. All of this is very strange. You should be careful. There might be people out to harm you. Do you understand? No, not at all. No, I still can't wrap my head around this, but you should be careful. The sheriff says, do you understand? Yes. You watch the sheriff drive away and go back to the motel. The clerk says that last week you paid in advance for a room. Do you accept it? Yes. Already paid for it, why not? Even if we are a zombie, we still have cash. The clerk takes you to your room. There are clothes scattered around the room. They must be yours. The clerk gives you the key and leaves. Change clothes. Feel very tired, you should get some rest. So go to sleep. Yay, autocorrect, thank you. You lay in the bed and close your eyes. Feel like you deserve to take it. You wake up. The room is a mess. Maybe you should tidy up before you leave. Clean the room then. Clean room. Fine. You want me to actually say tidy up? I think in my entire life I've ever said the word tidy up. Oh, what's this? As you tidy the room, you come across a safe. It's a small 4-digit safe. You shake it around a bit. You must have left something important inside. Try code. We don't have a code. No, we don't have a code, so let's go back. Put down the safe. The room is tidy. There's a safe in the middle of the room. We're gonna trip over this. Let's go ahead and leave. Go outside. It is late. You are standing in the middle of the town. There's a motel, a store, a church, and a bar. Go to bar. Where the lady said we'd be at. Go to the bar. It's a shady joint crowded with townfolk. You go inside. You enter the bar, you catch everyone's attention. Folk don't seem too fond of you. The woman who drove you here sits by the bar alone. Go and sit by the woman. I thought you'd never come. Flicks the ash off her cigarettes. The bartender has something to tell you. Talk to bar. You ask the bartender about this place. Hey, how's the investigation going? The bartender asks. Investigation? Shh, not so loud, the bartender interrupts. The locals aren't too keen on outsiders digging around. Isn't the bartender technically a local as well? Have you found anything in the ruins of that old monastery? The store owner said you bought gear for excavation. You should go steal them tomorrow. Okay, we got ruins. A bunch of locals over here conversation and come up to you. We don't like your kind here, they say. You disrespecting our ways and such. How about we go outside and solve our matters? Let's just leave. Ignore them. Oh, you understood what that meant at least. You get up and leave the bar. You're sitting in the middle of the town. You hear a strange noise coming from the church. Okay. Church. You go to the church. The church must be packed. You hear 100 voices chant the number 6 over and over. Go inside. Try to open the door. It won't budge. Maybe we should get some rest and check back tomorrow. For 6. Okay. Is that for the combination for the safe? Kind of weird if they were chanting my combination. Go back. Go back. Then go to no. And go and take go to sleep. Go the F to sleep. Lay in the bed and close your eyes. You're woken up by a loud noise. The phone in your room is ringing. Answer phone. Pick up the phone. Hello, it's me, the sheriff. Come over in the station first thing in the morning. We found something important. And we're kind of just trying to go to sleep at this point. We've been trying to like 4 times and not working too well. Wake up. You are standing in your hotel room. The bartender mentioned you should see a store owner today. There's a safe in the middle of your room. Leave. Go to store. We'll check out the police station afterwards, but check out the store first, though. Go to the store. The store seems to be open. You go inside. You enter the store. You're greeted by the shopkeeper. Your excavation equipment has arrived, he says, and hands you a shovel. Fun digging around the old monastery ruins. That's a weird thing to say. Yeah, old games used to be like this, where you would just see the words. One of the most famous ones is probably Stork and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, there you go. I know you are short on money, so I have an offer, shopkeepers. There's this blue psychedelic cacti. You can find some near the ruins. Bring me some and I'll give you $5. But be careful, the red ones are poisonous. See the shop's inventory in front of you. You can buy a gun for 10, sleeping pills for 5, and fireworks for $4. You have $0. Shopkeeper promised to pay you for some blue cacti. Okay, well, let's go ahead and leave. You don't have any. Go back. Back to the street. You're standing in the middle of the town. There's a motel, a church, a bar, and a store. You also drive to the police station. Okay. Go to station. Okay, do we have to actually say go to police station? Also, thank you for suggesting the emoji because I typed in the word police. I'm sure this game would definitely understand it. You drive to the police station. The police station smells of coffee and fresh donuts. You go inside. Oh, I love that police. I have something important to tell you, the sheriff says. Just wait a minute while I have coffee. He goes away, leaving his gun on the table. Gun. You take the sheriff's gun. You hope he won't notice it. I'm pretty sure the sheriff's gonna realize if his gun's missing. Unless he's like Officer Doofy from a scary movie. The sheriff returns and hands you a cup of coffee. You kept looking and I think we found out who you are. He drops a newspaper on the table. What does it say? There's a photograph of a man on the front page. The man in the picture seems to be you. Looks like you're a famous journalist. I just need to find out what brought you to that town in the first place. Also, please hand me back my gun. I know you took it. I put it right on the table and turned around to get you coffee. You was gone. Oh, okay, we're back there. Go to ruins. The ruins. Really good to type in. Go to monastery. You drive to the monastery ruins. We're standing in a plain in the middle of the desert. There's a cactus field to the left and monastery ruins to the right. Go left. We'll get the cactus first. You go to the cacti field. It's a field densely populated with overgrown cacti. They seem to be of two varieties, red and blue. Grab blue cacti. Take blue cacti. You harvest the blue cacti. It has a distinct pungent odor. Go back. Go to the right to the monastery. Go. You go to the monastery ruins, standing in the middle of an old. The sun scorches the desert. You won't feel comfortable standing in the midst of the heat wave. Let's go ahead and shovel or shivel. You take out your shovel and start digging. Find nothing other than the number 4 carved almost everywhere. Then you see a lone shack up there. So wait, 6, 4. Are these the codes to the safe? Weird that you do that. You knock on the door twice. An elderly man opens the door. You don't seem from around here, he says. Come in. Stay a while and listen. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I saw you digging around the ruins, the old man says. But you won't find anything there. The hooded figures never leave any trace behind. Oh, what? Hooded figures? The weird chanting of number 6. Hooded figures. They gather in the monastery ruins once every year, the old man recalls. Their chants, the noises I hear, they seem unnatural. Unhuman, even. Okay, this is getting interesting. It goes on for what seems like ages, but then it stops and they're gone, leaving no trace behind. It has been so for as long as I can remember. It's like the gray to good. It's best to stay out of it, he says. There are things you shouldn't be messing with. You nod and leave. I like how we nod and leave. We have no intentions whatsoever of actually leaving, staying out of it. You must be wondering why I'm helping you. The woman. Wait, what? Where'd she come from? You must be wondering why I am helping you. Well, I just know when somebody is in trouble. I don't know how or why, but I can feel it. Call it a premonition. You sure are in trouble. Like Smoking Man, X-Files. Sitting in a plane, Playing in the middle. This cactus field to the left. I guess I still could just go back. Drive back to town. You take off into the desert. The sun is setting down and it will be dark before you reach. Just as you get out of the car, you're greeted by the store owner. Have the thing I asked you? Hand him the cacti. Shopkeeper hands you some money. You can spend it at my store. Couldn't we just trade you the drugs for a gun? Like, also, you just gave us $5 for peyote, which seems very low for, like, assuming we gave you a pretty decent amount of peyote, basically. You're standing in the middle of the town. There's a motel, a church, a bar, and a store. You feel tired. Well, let's go to the motel. Go back to the motel. You're standing. Okay. Go to bed. Stay in bed and close your eyes. You were in the hotel room. You just woke up. There's a safe in the middle of your room. Did we wake up standing up? Is that what happened? And go back. You don't want to do that. You just woke up. Okay, fine. Leave. Weird phrasing. You go outside. Before you leave the motel, you see a letter in your doormat. Read letter. Pick up and open the letter. You're in grave danger. Stop investigating immediately. But if you absolutely must, take a look around the old cemetery. And if you still don't believe me, ask Alan Smithy. He's a nosy fellow just like you. Alan Smithy seems like a name that somebody made up just because they didn't feel like giving a real name. See a giant tent being built inside. Hello, stranger. You are invited to the performance of our traveling circus troupe. Killer Man says and walks away. So glad he invited specifically us with what appears to be a ticket in hand, but I don't think we got the ticket. There's like actually no, the art actually shows the circus thingy. Let's see. We should go to the store. We could buy the fireworks. Let's see. No, go to store, of course. Store. You go to the store. The store seems to be open. You go inside. I know we are low on cash, the shopkeeper says. I have a proposition. Bring me back some firewood and I'll give you $5. The shopkeeper hands you an axe. Alright, well, that's good. Oh wait, so well we already got the sheriff's gun. We don't really need to buy our own. In which case we can just go back. That's the command. You go back to the street. Same little town, there's a motel, a store, a church, a bar, and a circus tent. I wonder where you can find the old cemetery. Go to cemetery. Thanks for spelling. Go left. Looks like there's some trees. Yep, you go to the forest. There are trees all around you. You are standing in a forest. Chop down a tree. You chop down a tree. The axe falls apart in the process. That was a crappy axe. You gather some firewood. Back? Can't do that. You don't have. Okay. You're standing in front of an old cemetery. There's a forest to the left and an old shack to the right. Go to cemetery. Go to the old cemetery. The gates are closed. Go inside. Open gates. Open gates. You reach your hand to open the gates. The guard gets out of his shack and starts running towards you. Stop! He shouts. Cemetery. Should I be allowed to pay respects to great uncle's father's brother? As soon as he gets close, he puts a lock on the gate. Don't let me catch you even coming to the cemetery ever again, the guard says. You're a jerk. Also, we could just slip that padlock up over the post. I saw you digging up graves last week, he says. No way I'm letting you in this time. The guard reeks of alcohol. He leaves. So do we pretty much have to wait till he blacks out or something? I mean, I'm fine with just waiting. Staying in front of an old cemetery. Yep, you have to find a way to get rid of the guard. Oh, let's go right. You know the old shack by the cemetery is an old wooden prairie house. Cemetery guard lives here. If you can only find a way to get rid of the guard. Oh, wait. Knock. The guard comes up to the door. Oh, it's you again. Go away, he yells at you. He reeks of alcohol. If you can only find a way to get rid of him, shoot the guard. Oh, did not mean shit the guard. Shoot guard. You don't want to do that? Oh, shot. Can't spell. Shoot guard. Fine. Hint. Inventory. Gun. Inventory. You look through your stuff. You have a gun, some firewood, and $5. Oh, we actually pulled wood out of our jacket. Alright. You go back. On the inventory. Go back. Use gun. Okay. Go back. Punch guard. Can I just punch him? Wow, I butchered every word there. Punch guard. Nope. Get. Go back. Go back. You drive back to town. You see a suspicious, wow, looking fellow sneaking around town. You decide to follow him. That's not something I really do. If worried about people attacking me. When you get close, you realize that he's the circus artist you saw earlier this morning. He breaks into a secluded house. No. The thing we're packing heat. Peek through the doorway. Circus artist wanders around the house, touching and rearranging objects he sees at random. He leaves without trace and without taking anything. Oh? Ha! You'll never find the remote now. What a minor inconvenience. Follow the circus artist up to the tent. Just as he is about to get into the trailer, you confront him. What is this? This is so weird. Huh, you follow me? I guess you're wondering what that was all about. It's gonna sound crazy, but I travel a lot and break into other people's homes only to slightly rearrange the way things are laying around. You're not even doing anything wrong. It's just like a minor inconvenience at that point. Just please don't tell anyone. It'll damage my reputation. You're just gonna teach him how to pick locks. We can talk about that at my trailer, he says, and leaves. Ooh, oh cool, we can learn how to pick locks. I mean, realistically, it's not a terribly hard thing to do. You are standing in the circus trailer park. There are the trailers of the magician, fortune teller, the clown, and the acrobat. Go to clown. You go to the clown's trailer. The clown's trailer door seems to be. Go inside. As you enter the room, you are greeted by a clown's loud sobbing. I'm miserable. I don't feel like performing today, the clown says and takes a sip of the booze. Sometimes a little chocolate makes me feel a little bit better. Well, we don't have any chocolate, so we're gonna go back. Let's go check out the magician, I guess. Go to magician. Alakazam! You go to the magician's trailer. The door to the magician's trailer seems to be open. You go inside. So, you want me to teach you how to pick locks? The magician asks. You nod. Some performers in our circus are having difficulty. Reach out and help them and I'll teach you how to pick. Go back. Got fetch quests and stuff. Color. Nope. Go to fortune. Color. I mean, that's the thing. You need to be very specific most times. Other times it seems like it accepts some typos. That was weird. Oh, sorry. You go to the fortune teller's trailer. The poster near the trailer advertises a world-renowned fortune teller. Go inside. As you enter the trailer, you find the fortune teller sitting behind a crystal ball. Hello, sweetheart, she greets you. Do you want me to tell you a fortune? Yes. Yes, it's Cleo. You agree. Fortune teller looks into her crystal ball. The lights in the room seem to dim while the ball starts glowing brighter and brighter. And brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. Until... oh gosh. Fortune teller says, I can see the dark forces lying ahead of you. Ancient gloom, not something of this world. I mean, we've had hypnotizing, weird cult, chanting of the number 6. Yeah, not really of this world. I know things did not look too good for the first time I told your fortune. For a mere $1, I think I can do better this time. No. You decline her offer and go outside. You are standing in the circus trailer park. There are the trailers of the magician, the fortune teller, the clown, and the acrobat. Go yo acrobats. To acrobats. Go to the acrobats trailer. The acrobats trailer door seems to be open. Inside. Nobody's heard of locks in this town, except for that guard at the cemetery. You see the acrobats nervously eat chocolate. We don't have any gunpowder left. We need to perform the human cannibal number. Unless there's changes, we won't be able to perform tonight, they say. I don't think just give them the gun. Oh, the fireworks. Go back. Go back. Go to store. You go to the store seems open, you go inside. Yep, he's gonna give us $5 for the firewood. We're gonna buy the fireworks, I assume. The other thing I asked you for, the shopkeeper asks, you hand him the firewood. The shopkeeper nods and hands money in return. You see the shop's inventory in front of you. You can buy a gun for 10, sleeping pills for 5, and fireworks for 4. You have $5 buy fireworks. You hand the money to the shopkeeper. He hands you some fireworks. Right. Back. Baby, you work. You go back to the street. You're standing in the middle of the town. There's a motel, a store, a church, a bar, and a circus tent. You gotta find a way to break into the cemetery. We already know how to. We just have to learn how to pick a lock. Which isn't that hard in the first place. So we're gonna go to the tent. Go to the circus tent. And then we're gonna go to acrobats. Go to acrobats. This is a lot in this game, actually. Go to the acrobats trailer. The acrobats trailer door seems open. We know that. Yep. You have fireworks. You give the acrobats firework. Here, take this. The acrobats hand you a box of chocolates and rushed out to prepare the cannon. Oh wow, look at me. I know what I'm doing. So we're gonna go back. Help the clown. Go to clown. Go to the clown's trailer. The clown's trailer door seems to be open. You go inside. Yep. And we're gonna give chocolate. Chocolate. Close enough. Give the clown chocolate. Thanks. The clown gives you his bottle of booze and immediately starts chipping at the chocolate. He seems happy. Oh. Then go back. Outside, you were staying in the circus trailer park. There are trailers, yep. And so we just gotta go to the magician. Go to the magician's trailer. The magician's trailer seems to be open. You go inside. I heard you helped out all the performers. Thank you. The magician teaches you how to pick locks. Alright, so now I assume we just go to the security guard, give him booze, it knocks him out, and then we can take the lockpicking skills we have. Go to go to right or go right. That's right. And that's right. Knock for the guard and give booze. You give the guard your bottle of booze. He takes it and closes the door. He should be drunk enough to not cause you any trouble in a matter of hours. I think that's pretty much it, though. Also, in a matter of hours? Unless they can drink that bottle. You go to a local bar and order a drink. You feel like you deserve it after all this maneuvering around town. The woman sits beside you. You kill some time. You wait. The sun sets down. You figure eventually the guard will get too drunk to notice you. Like, the little background noise is actually kind of nice in this game. You see the townsfolk flood the streets, mumbling and grunting. They flock to the circus tent. You follow their lead. There's some weird cult feelings going into this, to be honest. Find yourself standing in front of the circus tent. It seems that the show will start soon. It's the lamest show on earth. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like some weird Demogorgon, American Horror Story style freak show kind of thing. Oh, we're not gonna go inside. We're gonna go right to the cemetery. You don't want to do that. We'll enter the tent. No, we're gonna leave. Oh my god! Hint. Oh, okay. It's either enter or enter. Either enter or inventory. That's ridiculous. You enter the circus tent. The show starts. It takes your breath away like nothing you've ever seen before. Then it ends. Wow, it's a still picture of a red door. Never seen that before. You jump in the woman's car and take off. Drive through the desert until you reach the old cemetery. In front of you stands an old cemetery. There's a forest to the left and an old shack to the right. It is late. Go to cemetery. You go to the old cemetery. You stand by the cemetery gates. They are locked. Pick lock. Pick the lock and open the gates. You enter the cemetery. Thick fog covers the cemetery hill. You walk around looking at graves. Find that most of them don't have names. Same date. It seems that every year at least a single person dies on the same day in this town. Last week it was us. Always the same person. Same person dies each year. The graves have strange repeating digits carved into them. Find the grave of Alan Smithy. Whoever he was and whatever he discovered in this town must have cost him his life. Well, maybe we shouldn't be digging around then. Maybe we should just leave. Like, you know, get out of town. Pretend that none of this happened. Came across an empty grave. It seemed to be dug out fairly recently. The number 1 is carved onto it. There's no name on the tombstone, only a date. Tomorrow's date. 6/4. I find it all very strange, the woman says. Nobody digs graves in advance, not before the person has died, not without a reason. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, generally, if there's an empty grave with a tombstone that has tomorrow's date on it, somebody's gonna die. Somebody's got plans. The woman drops you off at the motel. Take care, she says. At night, the motel feels gloomy. You feel tired. It seems gloomy. You feel tired. You go inside. Okay, so we're standing in the middle of the room. Sorry, this is safe in the middle. I'm actually going to end this here because this is a purchased game and it just came out. So I might actually go back to this because this is actually really cool looking. But like I said before, there's a link down below if you want to try the game out yourself. The developer did give me this for free, so full disclosure. But this is actually interesting. I like this. It reminds me, like I said, old days of video games before we had graphics. But this actually does have some decent looking art for it being a text-based game. The controls, type in a word, it does it. As long as you have a word that accepts or understands, you're good to go. I enjoyed it. The background noise and background music was actually nice, and it has an interesting story that I'm definitely going to be playing for a bit. Seems like there's also multiple endings and multiple scenarios. When I did my test one earlier, I went to the left and found a car and a barn, and that's when I didn't even run into the woman until like way later. So that's actually really cool, and it seems like they all lead you to the same idea. There's different background elements to the story. But leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this game, or if you have any classic text-based games you really enjoyed. And if you have any suggestions for games to play, feel free to leave them there. Make sure you guys just subscribe. That way you get updates when we release new content or go live while live streaming. And of course, as always, have a great day. Remember to burn bright, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.